timing the server, working and bringing this in towards their pool, because with Dust 2 no longer in the competitive pool, it was a massive hindrance towards Eruption in terms of what their map pool is. If Vertigo is definitely kind of their go-to into the ban, they've got to clean up Nuke. They'll know this. We know this. So I'm hoping they spent time, you know, in and out of the server, in and officials, maybe not on HLTV, but to get this one at least up to a fairly decent standard. Either way, we're about to get underway in toward our second map of the series. It is Nuke, the pick of Rare Atom, as they will start on that T side. And we very tentatively look over towards Eruption and see what they are like.
Well, let's paint a picture.
Go on.
For Eruption to win this map, let's have both pistol rounds. That's a good start. That'll get them into a good position. So let's look at this pistol and craft a way they can win this one. Fury. Double flash with the kit. He's up towards Heaven. Players crossing into Secret. And I think they need to get a move on because there's nobody lower right now for Eruption. They need to get players down right now.
Oh, that is the worst timing for Yami to reload ever. Causing, let's say, a one apiece. Fury will find one. A Shinobi adds to the tally. Numbers brought level. Single door open. Will have been hurt. And the bomb about to go down momentarily. It's a messy, chaotic pistol. But it's looking like it's going to go the way of Rare Atom.
We need a fast reply. We need a really fast reply. Fury's actually slipped the net. There's a player in the open. That's Advent, but he can't connect. So much movement from the Chinese player. And that was the only window back into that round. Kaze with that first kill onto main completely blindsided the CT player. And from there, with just so much carnage as they were hitting B at the same time as A. It was all over the place. And just too much for Eruption to handle.
You can see the panic for Yami as well as he's trying to reload in towards main. But obviously, there's no way he can speed it up. Cost him his life. First round for Rare Atom, and now, of course, a pretty conclusive buy to follow suit. AK, triple Galil, 1 Mac 10 for Jam Young to potentially farm a little bit of cash. It will be a full investment for Eruption. What they bring to the table isn't exactly brilliant. Smoke Saw Plume, Fury 5k at range as well. Has to find a little bit of form with the scout. Tapping through the smoke to 0 success. So they've crossed down.
Yami. Getting a lot of space to work with here, and Hosea seems to be, as he plans for a smoke, he's holding all the way back into T-spawn. I guess he's taking the deepest angle possible. So we have Secret. Bomb is still by the red crate, so we need to get that over. If they'd like to finish on the lower side of the map, flash through as Jam Young begins his clear of outer. Garage, nobody there. And they're pushing themselves wider. It's a good kill from Jam Young, and this opens up so much room towards outer. There's so many options now for Adam. They can do basically anything.
Dobu is tucked below Jam Young. Is he going to be cleared, though? Jam Young is sort of happy. The Mag 7 chasing, hunting, finding as well. Mosea panicking to get away from Yami there. They're tucked. One vent, one ult vent. Hang on a second. This low buy could find some form. Because Dobu will get in behind Jam Young. It's all falling apart. It's all onto Mercury. In a 1 versus 3 turn. 1 versus 2 as the bomb's down. He will scoop it up. But where does he go? Down towards B, but with 20 seconds.
Plan is there. Players dropping. And now Mercury's got to choose where to play. Thinking a lot of noise. There's already a player up close. A was never ready for players to be down the vent that quickly. And that's a big round. A big round. I don't know how. Was it Jam Young? Who was caught by the Mag 7?
Mosea, yeah.
Mosea.
Panicking, trying to get the ladder.
I don't know how the duel's ever happening. Absolute madness. But yeah, they lose that frag, and then they fast commit into inner because they know a player's pushed lobby.
Yeah.
And they're just running straight into the crossfire. Just an absolute meat grinder as they're going out.
Chaos, right? And this is kind of what we love. We were saying this in the earlier series. You're never bored when you're watching the Counter-Strike in this division. Asia region is just so exciting all the time. APAC as well. I'll include Oceania involved in that. The Aussie teams play some lights out Counter-Strike at times too. So I'll give them their credit. It's always a fun time watching casting. Sometimes, of course, for us, we'll cast teams. Outsiders, very slow. Imperial, they're very slow as well in terms of their T size. It's making a 1 minute 20, not doing a lot. Or they're very fond of the save meta, for example, which is a bit of a favor in terms of the CIS region. And then, of course, Imperial are just another team who like to do that as well. So for us, when we look towards these other teams, it's always, you know, super, super aggressive, taking early fights, not as much saving. So he's getting some fun Counter-Strike. Hard to predict, though. Definitely hard to predict. There's going to be a weird and wonderful buy coming through. For
it was
Eruption.
really late. Cool. Mosea's... What's happening? Why are we buying so late? It had so long to sort that out. Okay, at least, well, they're not rushing, so... Just got a bit of time. Just a reminder of that question of, you know, how did Eruption win this map? Getting a second round reset is better than winning pistol. It just does so much damage to the economy. Look at his investment from Rare Adam. Absolutely awful. Pistols across the board. Got one rifle on Jamyung. Barely any utility. And Nuke's a map we invest so much just to sell the possibility of going down secret. And they've used almost all of it already.
Bit of space created. Dobu. Holding the crack angle. And they're going to go face him as well. That one rifle in Jamyung's hand. This is such a risky full investment. And they're flying through. Dobu will just fall away. Doesn't need to give them any space at all. He's happy just to park. And actually force them to wrap. If they want to take a fight over towards him, they're walking in towards a really, really tough engagement. And they're going to double back. They know that all too well. We're at him. 2 flashes and a smoke. 3 flashes, may I say. One over towards Kaze as well. That's all that they've got. Mosea doesn't clear him. And Fury gets a freebie. Gets spammed through the old vent. But it's a crossfire. A dream set up on towards the A side. And in towards the back pillar. Jamie will get 1. That's all he will get. Rotations come through. They swarm the A side. And it's Eruption 2-1. They take a lead on the CT side.
Colossal hold. There was nobody nearby because Radam does such a good job getting players down secret and taking W off ramp. They were so concerned about the whole map being open. I think Shinobi was deep CT spawn, and he didn't know whether to look, you know, in heaven, under heaven, towards his left on the garage side. If one of those Eruption players goes down on A, that is round over. They are losing so much space. Rifles on the deck. Bomb gets planted. Suddenly rounds in huge jeopardy. They hold on, and Mosea gets a clean Glock kill. Interesting.
Mosea will make it a double 4. He's traded. A run boost towards our side. Oh no, it's a surf off the side of main. Either way, it will cost Mercury his life. I'm going to see a pause. It's a tech pause though coming through. So hopefully not another issue. Of course, we saw. I think it was Mercury had a couple of problems in towards last map and then last series too. So he did drop out a couple of times. Hopefully he's okay. And then we can get the show back on the road. But Eruption starting off well. 3-1. CT side looking relatively cool, calm, and collected as of right now. How will things pan out in the longer term? It already, you know, I feel a little bit more confident than the pre-show. I'll say that, Alan.
Yeah. Does a lot of good winning those second rounds. And you can get an AWP out here. Plenty of money. They look towards this following gun round, but I think this is the kind of the real meat and potatoes as we get the guns out. Where Adam are so experienced on Nuke, they've got a lot of options. And it just feels like Eruption need to be the disruptors. They need to... If you let Rare Adam play this, whatever, the slow standard rounds, whatever they want to go into, surely they're going to be in great position. But yeah, if I was Eruption, I'm not sure I'd play very standard here. Throw the whole kitchen sink at this. You've got nothing to lose. It's a map you haven't won for 6 months. You might as well just unleash on Rare Adam and make it the most uncomfortable as possible.
That's it. Rare Adam. For them, this is a kind of a must-respond round. A quad AK coming out, and of course the Glill to follow suit too. Bits of utility to work with as cool as this is aggro, playing anti. Just about stays alive, and now he's got the crack angle to hold, but he misses the shot, and it might just punish him. He somehow got away.
Whew. Lead coming through these smokes. Like both teams are magnetized. Mercury down low, Kaze tagged up. Smoke's going to fade. And the bomb has not crossed. Bomb has not crossed. Yami's down lower. And there's only one player down, and that's Mercury. He's on such low HP. 1 bullet, and he hits the deck. More players trying to cross. This is exactly what I wanted to see. I mean, the aggression doesn't work, but look how much is done to make Rare Adam uncomfortable. They're so spread out right now because their plan was thwarted by all that aggression. Oh, Jamyung, that's quick. That's a nice shot.
There's the opener. Fury's talks. I don't think they'll clear or at least expect him. He's playing. Oh, trigger discipline. They line up. There's 3 players here. And he'll get all 3 with the help of Shinobi. It's fallen apart. But Mosea, alongside Jamyong, bring it back in their favor. What is happening?
Doors open. Doors open. Gets the angle. Jamyong hits the deck. And Mosea's coming back for more. Confidence to take this fight. 19 HP. And Mosea wins it. Jamyong and Mosea combining in a very scrappy and awkward round. That was a mess. An absolute mess. And Rare Adam are very lucky to come away with the victory.
Yeah, that was something, to say the least. I think for Rare Atom re-peeking in towards that fight, that's a risk that potentially they didn't even need to take. And yes, it's good that they find it, but look at the buy. It's so expensive. And this has been the case to Rare Atom. When they find success, it's at such a cost. A buy isn't exactly brilliant. Tech 9 for Kaze. Jamyong just a Mach 10. Double AK and 1 kill to round it all off. Flash it out towards A. They're flying through. Mercury, labored spray, but we'll find Fury. There's the opener. It's just a quick take towards the A side. It works wonders.
This is rough. There's actually no kits on the CT side. And they've got to make a decision. Cool Last is going to smoke up in heaven. But he runs straight out. Moving back into ramp. They look caught in 2 minds, honestly. They're going to go for this retake. It's been so long. And Dobby's now backing into secret. Yeah, they pull the ripcord. They get out. Very much 1 foot in the door, the other out. For a lot of that. And a bomb site with only 1 player on it. Fury was out in the open. They're getting punished for a bit of sloppy play there.
Yeah, weird one. Over towards the A site, especially against what was a little bit of a mixed buy, considering that a Mach 10 and a Tech 9 brought in towards it. It doesn't work in their favor. 3 apiece. Rare Atom going to tie things up, and now got a good opportunity as well to continue rolling with this. An MP9 in the hands of Shinobi, and of course 1 joined by Fury. Double MP9 set to 1 FAMAS. It's not exactly conclusive, but these sort of weird buys have had success in towards rounds, and of course the previous map too. I'm not going to call out Eruption just yet, but this map, we've already said it's not a strong point for them. If they can't find success on the CT side, I get worried.
Oof, awkward flash from Cool Lust. As finally Rare Adam getting players down secret unscathed. Eruption yet to drop a single player down. And they still haven't. They're clearing lobby just now. Dobu's got the best chance of making it. But they're yet to make a move. Nobody's even moving down the vent. Now they see lobby's clear. Yami's on top of lobby. And they just got to try and beat these terrorist players. Thank God Rare Adam are taking their time, because it's allowing all these rotates to come in, and suddenly it is looking one hell of a lot better.
Wait a second. They're swarming, they're looming. Got a good idea. Fury will get up on towards rafters. 3 players here, but it's going to be a messy, weird, and wonderful fight. In front of the flash as well, he lined up 2. Shinobi, great timing. Resmoke into a single door as well. But he can't close double. It's going to be risky. Kaze's looking here, there, and everywhere, but not the right place. It's a flawless hold as of just now. It's all down to Mosea in a 1 versus 5. Bomb down, round done, surely. And a flawless round it is. 5 remain alive. What has happened there?
Crikey. Yeah, Rare Adam. That's the problem with, well, any map. But we just saw it on Nuke, sending 5 players to 1 place. You don't even know you've lost lobby. You don't even know you've lost all that control. There's a guy on top of lobby roof. He's calling to all his teammates, guys, there's nothing else, so there's nothing lobby. It has to be B. And by that time, they're too slow. That's why you don't play 5 people into one area, because you have no info and you have no backup plan. And look at the investment now from Rare Adam. Eruption given a second chance against a really weak buy to stamp their authority on the defense and actually make the 2-0 within the realms of possibility.
Fury sitting close. Might be overlooked. At the very least, getting a lot of information. As long as Doby doesn't fall, without going down for at least 1, he should be okay. Dropping. Molotov as well to come behind. There's where Fury pulls the trigger. And he drops from his there, swinging through, not clear properly, holding down Mouse 1, but no one else. He's fearless enough to go through the flames. This is just a flawless hold as Kaze will find one, at least to alleviate some pressure, but Rare Atom are crumbling.
Oh, these guys are in different postcodes, and Mercury can't win that duel. Kaze, 30 HP, he's a dead man. He is a dead man. This is game on. 4 alive for a raft. Eruption. I'm stuck in the old days.
No, it's all good.
It's all good. At least it's still the same team. Could have been worse.
It's very true. It's very true. I think for this side, I mean, Eruption, we already were kind of building these narratives about how this is not a strong map for them, but they're starting to find form. The only thing that maybe makes things a little bit uncomfortable is the fact that it is kind of relying at times on individuals stepping up, individuals finding multi-frags, which doesn't kind of fill you with joy. But either way, a lead is a lead, and they will take it. 2 rounds should be made 3 off the back of this. Double the rounds at the CT side is not bad at all. Coolest to find the first. Hang on, Fury. Hang on. Oh, that's so easy for him. That's the bomb dropped and the round done in a matter of mere moments. Barely any damage even taken. Eruption will find their 6th.
Crikey. This is exciting now. They're playing to their win conditions as well. Super aggressive. So many fast moves. Proactive. They're not playing scared. They're not playing like a team that's, you know, playing a map they've basically never won up against the best team in the region. One of their best maps. They're playing like a team possessed. Eruption. Trying to erupt their way into the upper bracket. Well, I guess it'd be the grand final, I guess, of the of this qualifier. They looked brilliant this morning up against Lin Vision. Anubis was a back and forth affair. A bit scrappy, but that's the way that map plays. And here on Nuke, they're absolutely alive. Shinobi with the first kill. It's happening. Eruption are lighting up the server.
Mosaic, at the very least, getting one hit. Coolest. That's the freest kill I'll ever get.
This is falling apart.
It is. It's crumbling. What is happening to Rare Atom? They look shell-shocked right now. They've got to go to pause, surely.
Anubis was over by the time they started pausing, and they can't make the same mistake. I don't like the way they've called this T-side either. It hasn't been what I expected. I expected a map of pushing Eruption around and making it hard to rotate. They've been telegraphed as hell so far. And Eruption have been the proactive team. Getting all the space, making them uncomfortable. A-site is seeded here, and they're walking right into the grasp. You are a madman, Kaze, for him testing that.
Well, Kaze, he technically can get a bomb down here. Never mind. I spoke way too soon. Shinobi will find that with ease. Cracked legs, but it doesn't make a difference. As Eruption are playing out of their mind right now, 7-3. A lead extended, which could really start to put so much pressure over towards Rare Atom. And it goes back to what we were saying earlier about how good this Eruption side can be. They are seriously taking fights to the big hitters in the region.
This feels like a must-pause round. I would have paused. 100%. Just the talk. You're putting yourselves in so much jeopardy if you fall down to the lower bracket and have to play more matches. Tomorrow, the team that comes through lower into the final will have to play 2 best of 3s in a day. The winner of this series will need to play 1. Do not imagine that advantage. Mercury, at least showing still some life to him, gets 1 kill. Coolass is already lower. AWPing from Decon. Opportunities presented that look like a 2-for-1 to me as Kaze gets taken low. And Coolass is just buying so much time with all this utility. Wow. Okay, Kaze's back in the game as well. This is their best chance to win a round for ages.
That's got to be hitting those well, Coolers to be dropped. No way they're walking away with this in their favor. The AWP scooped up as well. Mosaic gets on a dodge with it. How are Eruption? How is this the round they've fallen flat? M4 will cross at the very least. It might catch the AWP. Mosaic turns his head at the right time. It's all down to Shinobi. A 1 versus 3 turn, 1 versus 2. Damage on towards Kaze is a possibility, but time is ticking. Molly will come through, but I don't think he's got it in the lock, and he won't. That's the round that Rare Atom convert. How? How is that the one they convert?
Well,
find a 4th.
They absolutely needed it. That might just save their bacon. Because this half was turning a very dangerous direction. Done a lot to blunt the CT cash as well, winning a round like that. Lifeline presented, Rare Atom, by virtue of their calling, by virtue of their team play on the gun round so far, have not looked good whatsoever, but now at least a chance to salvage this T side off the back of the pistols. These guys need to arrive. They need to arrive because even the round like that will not be enough if they continue playing the same brand of Counter-Strike.
I gotta agree. I really do. This is so far so brutal. Where we stand right now, Eruption had a pretty good opportunity to kind of take 8, potentially even 9 rounds, guaranteed at the half, and now it kind of goes in a little bit of jeopardy. Granted, they've got long-term economy built up, but Rare Atom, if they start to find form, that's where you get worried. Pop flash will come through as well. That'll just deny a little bit of that presence. Jump peek as well. Following the info. Yami, I would advise against that. Doubles away.
I thought Yami spotted them, but I guess he didn't. Oh no, Shinobi peeks. Mercury. Give him an inch, he'll take a mile. Entry found. Finally, for this offensive squad. 3 players are lower for Eruption. It's just Fury on this half of the map. He desperately needs a teammate. Cool Ass now is coming into heaven, and Fury had to capitalize. That's not going to be enough. I think Eruption should already be saving because this retake is not on.
I think it's looking like it. No one seems to be kind of posturing in that direction. They're calling it. Save is being made. They're parking up in towards CT. Just like that, it's going to be Rare Atom up towards their 5th. And for all things considered, I think for Eruption, they'll be kicking themselves. No matter how this map finishes or how this half even finishes, they'll know they could have gone in at kind of, like I was saying, guaranteed 8 or 9. And now they're starting to get Rare Atom breathing down their necks a little bit. It's getting way closer than it should have been. And potentially, with this being a T side, it does open that door a little bit. I normally like to say the golden number of 6. 6 rounds on your T side actually kind of just gives you, at the very least, a bit of confidence to work with. Of course, a pistol needed and all the rest, but 6 rounds can be a decent little foundation set up. And Rare Atom getting pretty damn close to it. Granted, for Eruption, with the saves they're making and the earlier success they had, they've got so much money left in the back pocket. There's not a problem for them. So far, so good for Rare Atom in terms of their resurgence. That's a 5th collected. And within 2, within reaching.
This round's going to set the tone for a few to come. Pre-smoke comes in from that Shinobi over there. Indeed it is. Just to prevent the wall of smokes from Red, the one that lands on the Molotov. That's what he's trying to block. And it was a big part of some of these early rounds in the CT half, was blocking the out of control. They've seeded it many a time now of late. And it's allowing Rare Atom a lot more space to work with. It's splitting apart the defense and forcing Eruption into making some more difficult choices. You can see here, they've already gone 3 lower with no information. These guys call some bold Counter-Strike.
It might work, that's the thing. Yami, it's like a bit of an off angle. And essentially, Dobu can make contact off the off angle too. Molotov will come through. No one spotted. But potentially heard. Yami, don't swing through your own flames. Arm spotted. Mercury was already waiting for that one. That's a freebie. Not exactly sure what Eruption are going for here. It's a weird call and it will cost them.
Bomb is still upper. Jamming with the trade, so important. All they have to do is trade out into low, and there just isn't the numbers on this top side of the map. Fury's been left out to dry so many times by his teammates, and it's the same story yet again. Jamming out from the vent. Fury gets the first, but that's all it's going to be. Cool Ass is in behind. Kaze is with him. Bomb is on Advent. Barrel spotted, but scope heard. Cool Ass, you shouldn't have scoped. You shouldn't have scoped until you saw him in the open. Mosaic converts, and they know exactly where Cool Ass is. Tagged up by the looks of it through the wall. Molly is there, but there is no chance of sticking this because the player's going to swing from Squeaky. Eruption has started to make some mistakes now.
Yeah. They're overextending. You can see them getting nervous. And because they're getting nervous, they're making rookie errors. And this is where we look towards this map being, a previous, not insta-ban, but a non-comfortable map pick. And it's starting to show. Eruption, they started slow, and they've come alive now. Consistency, consecutive rounds on the board. It's not a place that Eruption want to be in at all. Right now, this is falling very, very flat. Eruption being in a possibility of seeing off this map conclusively, or this half conclusively at the very least.
Shinobi falling back through the molly. It's a lot of damage for his trouble. Yami's hearing so much around him. His Fury's found a gap. Where's he come from? He's pushed through Hut. Gets a kill in behind. Trade is there from Jamyung. This round is all over the place as everybody seems to be pushing. Look at this duel from Fury. Swinging out wide. There's so much going on right now.
Dobu. Trigger discipline. Going to partner smoke. He could line up 2 here. Is he going to deny the plant? He's not. What is he doing? Okay, we'll find 1. No idea about the second. In towards Cubby. He allows the bomb to go down, which first of all is the questionable play. Kaze is still alive with the AWP tucked in towards radio. Will he be considered? Doesn't make a difference as Mercury finds 1. Mollied off Kaze. They're going to clear the Cubby player. And in towards Dark. Down goes Mercury. All up to the AWP. And he's taking pop shot through the smoke, and it might not be enough.
Whew. Okay. Got a little bit hectic. But Diffuse is in. And that was a crazy round. Fury finds 4 kills out of that one. I think he pushed Hut at the start of the round. It was so hard to tell what was going on. Players going down secret, players fighting a ramp, outer engagements. That round really had everything. And then the absolute antics as they're trying to plant the bomb down lower as well for good measure. Kind of summarizes the half so far. 9 is still possible for this CT side.
Yeah.
9 is still possible. We've got to have a good round here.
The way. And the U2 coming through. Nade towards that side. Might actually get a little bit of damage. Only a little bit. On towards Mercury. But they have crossed Jamyung. This is free. Surely. A bit labored. Shinobi will fall though. Coolest has to go 1 without falling. He's going to drop Molotov instead and fall away. Was nothing to do with it. 1 responded, in fact. Eruption might double back towards the top side.
Dobu makes it in. Ooh. 1 HP. Needs Fury to do work, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. The coolest comes through main. It's so awkward. But it's going to be 7 for Eruption. Almost certainly. Bomb is out in the open, though. Cool ass with the first. Mazay is on his own. Absolutely on his own, and he makes it 2. Just Jamyung. 9 HP by the silo. Smoke is a little bit awkward, actually. It lands on the bomb. And we're allowed a second to breathe as Cool Ass tries to move. How are we even in this position in the first place?
Jamyung just sticks to plant. No bother. No care there. Rotation coming through towards Ven. This plays right into Jamyung's hands. As long as he's holding on this position, should be easy. Oh my god, no, he's tucked. Oh my god, they've both looked past each other. No way. Oh, what has happened there? Coolest has got such fortune, and he knows it. That'll be 9-6 at the turn of the half. What a weird, wacky way to end it. We're going to throw this one to a break, and we'll see you after. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a bit of a chaotic affair in towards our second map of the day, or second map of the series. Eruption lead 9-6, but they now head on to the less than easy T side of Nuke. The most CT side of the map in the pool, on a map in which statistically they are not a fan of. How will they fare?
Pistol round's going to set the tone. Plenty of nades, some lined up for A. Pressure ramp, but it looks like an A ending. No, they're going back against the ramp. There's a lot going on here. And I do not envy Rare Adam trying to work out what's happening. Jamyung behind this deep boxing ramp. Unsighted USP tapping away. Nobody knows. And Free are dead. It's just Fury. And he needs the 5 in his name to pull this one off.
That was one of the pistol rounds of all time. Let's call it that. That was something from Eruption. They had no idea. I mean, not even clearing the player in towards back ramp. I mean, he just gets away with that second kill for nothing, for free. And it never really should have come to that. That was very messy. If Eruption found the pistol there, you're thinking, okay, maybe we can start to see, you know, open the doors about talks of them taking this map and in a 2-0 fashion and being one of the favorites in this tournament. Now we're back to, as expected, kind of Mirage being or feeling like a necessity. That's much better from Rare Atom.
Fury's ran for a molly to his death. Not the best start. Guess it's just the Glock Eco. Is Eruption are favouring getting the rifles out in around 18. Kaze, though, he can smell the Ecos. He's coming for more. Here he goes. Whack-a-mole as he comes up. From the secret. Cool ass down, and he'd love to find a couple more to sweeten the pot.
Bit of money. MP9s. Kill bonus. Nice and easy. And we'll be seen off. No problem at all. Simple. Rare Atom to find themselves up to 8. And all things considered, hot on the tails for Eruption. Full buy coming out, but we've seen plenty of bonus buys already converted today. Not a bad position for Eruption to be in. These MP9s at close range, tucked on towards that top side, can always be a menace. Eruption fall by. Just the AKs, that one Galil in the hands of Fury. 5k. Has to be a conversion here. If Eruption fall flat, I think this entire map goes in jeopardy for Eruption.
So aggressive. Flashes. Actually ineffective. They were popping, but they weren't collecting any of the Eruption players. Bit of info, I guess. That's the only good news. But so much ground seeded is such a heavy bonus. 2 MP9s still going. FAMAS on Advent. It's far from ideal, and in response, where Adams say we need to take some space. Lobby will be ours, but quite clearly, they have no other presence. So if Eruption make any move, there's little resistance to be met.
Bits of damage, bits of information being gained. Right now, Rare Atom just sort of playing around. They kind of haven't really got too strong of a read. Yami actually should catch one here. I say that before Kaze will drop him. That could be an AK scoop though, especially for one of the MP9s. Massive upgrade. And Shinobi will park up in towards Ven, hoping someone drops down in rotation. It's a weird round so far where Eruption, indecisive, but looking towards B.
Advent. Still posted up in heaven. It's so awkward and actually coming up the vent. They do get the frags. Trade is onto Advent. And now Kaze's up against the world. Does drop the bomb, but doesn't expect the player swinging from heaven. And it's all on this man. Mercury. He's been a monster today already, but on the ladder here with an MP9. He says no. And Eruption retain their lead.
There we go. We're going to have Eruption finding success off the back of their full investment. But it's like we were saying, not expecting Rare Atom to be finding this round in their favor with, triple MP9 brought to the table and a FAMAS from the round prior. That was technically a bonus. So the fact that they actually find 3 kills, some would even say adequate, kind of a fair trade-off. If Mercury could have found an upgrade of a weapon, there was plenty of AKs dropped here, there, and everywhere. Would have been even better. Won't make a difference. So, first side to hit double digits out of Eruption. The buy around it might be a little bit weird and wacky. Just judging because of how expensive it was made. Rare Atom, of course, the real issue, as you can see, the kind of buy coming through is going to be that Galil towards Dobu's hands. Bit of util to work with. Overall, not the end of the world. As Rare Atom will have the full bite of their own. Mercury just keeping hold of the MP9. Happy to do so.
Smoke's down. No garage smoke, so just the left side of the L. There goes the garage one in the end. Comes in a little bit later. So they might try to play around it. Leaving a lurker, that's Dobu in towards lobby. What's these 4 players? Collect all this ground. Make their way through. And Mercury's the only player in defense. Does have his smoke down, which will buy some time. But an MP9 is the only thing that stands between them right now and the lower bomb site.
Hang on. What's the play here for Rare Atom? CT side, they know they've lost all of that outside control. They know down towards that lower site. There's a slight weakness opening up. But they don't really want to show too much of a heavy presence. We normally see a stairs player taking contact for information. This time they're just giving it up. Happy to allow Eruption all of this space.
On the truth, they should save as soon as these nades go down.
Yep.
This is not on. There's a 1 in 5 chance they put off this retake, but the risk is absolutely astronomical with their money. They could lose everything here if they even attempt this. And what a bizarre round from Rare Atom. I mean, they never had a chance.
Wow, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's a interesting decision. Let's call it that. For Rare Atom, they're going to send the MP9 in. Potentially Mercury. Of course, he has cash left in his pockets and would be able to upgrade to an M4 until the next round. So maybe send him poking and prodding around. They're trying to say Dobu will find a kill on the way out. Not exactly his expected one. Jamyong getting one of his own as well as he'll park up in towards heaven. How are you going to get spammed down? He's taking damage. He's taking lots of it. Stay alive all the same. A weird round there, Alan. No presence towards B at all. They get it for free. And like you said, the second those nades come down, they know they're completely shut out. And they have to go for a save. Essentially, kind of a full 5-on-5 save. It's a weird and wacky round. But Eruption aren't going to complain at all.
Oh, no. They've been given chance after chance to actually make this happen. This is a big one, though. Now there is nothing in reserve for Rare Adam. It's all invested into this buy. Mercury is down to a FAMAS. MP9 on Advent. Such an important moment to define the rest of this series. Adonai's down. The L Smoke's favoured yet again. With heavy numbers. 4 players out here. There's a bit of a gap around the bottom right of the smoke. Mosaic can't spot anybody, though. Is Fury going through the smoke? Oh, it's going to get very frisky as Fury's in the cubby. Dancing with the devil right now, as he's there. There's so many players around him. Yami, no idea. But there's still a chance of a trade. There's players in lobby. There's players everywhere. He's not out of the woods yet.
No, not at all. Mosai's right in the open. He's just going to try and fall away. And he actually gets away with a kill as well. Fury should have dropped him there. Somehow only doing a small amount of damage. And all this space opened up for the CT side. Back coming through. It's a knife from Jamyong as well. The panic ensuing as the FAMAS will double spray them down pretty comfortably. In rotations, Dobu catches one. But I think that will basically be all she wrote in towards this round.
Angle to save here. And what's going to be on lobby roof? What is the plan, Dobby? Guessing the plan is to save. And yeah, you know, if Rare Adam go on to win this map, I really think there are no excuses for Eruption. They've been given so many chances, so many bizarre rounds.
I agree.
They played a lot of good Counter-Strike, but, you know, for a map where it's so far down their map pool, they've been given ample opportunities to actually pull this off. And this was another one of those. The money was so bad coming into this from Rare Adam. I don't know what was going on there towards Outer. Fury, it looks like the comms are really weird for Eruption, because I don't know why Fury's, you know, how does he peek out and have no expectation for a player to be there when his teammates just died from a player on blue?
I don't really know kind of what the decision making's been like. You know, generally we're looking at this this Eruption side. I think you're spot on. They've been given ample opportunities to really run away with this map. I think Rare Atom, a map in which is normally look quite conclusive for them in their pool at the moment, looks shaky. But Eruption, so many rookie errors creeping in. This T side not finding form, not relying on individual bits of information that they're grabbing. Rare Atom able to reclaim a lot of space. Dobu, hang on a second. He can walk away with something here. There's the first. Kaze will be quick on the trade, may I say. Numbers broad level. So much info gained towards us. Mosaic could pull the trigger as well in terms of a flank.
So fast. Ever so fast. Mercury can't connect with this flank. Super early. Looks like a double connection. Kaze makes it stick. And this round is over. Trying up the pace is Eruption. And it hasn't worked out whatsoever. Shinobi's left alone. He's getting spotted around the edge of the smoke. Nade is insult to injury. Some of them do a lot of damage, but it's not going to make any difference. And that's an important round for Rare Adam just to stabilize. Finally, they've got some cash in the bank, and finally Eruption are off the rifles.
Yeah, and the fact that it's kind of so conclusive as well, it's a real plus. You know, for Rare Atom, only the one casualty. Decent work that this side are now just completely backing control over towards Nuke. And in a sort of expected way in this series, that map 3 is looming. Rare Atom on the road to seeing this off so comfortably. Eruption are falling so much by the wayside. So many mistakes being made, created, and executed by this T side that I think they're just throwing all of their chances right out the window. Just pistols for them. Intel's round number 22. I'm not expecting all too much. York, though, might be tested. Oh, Fury. That's not a bad shot at all.
Whoa. Okay, focus up. Another kill here, and this is game on. Where are those rifles dropped? Can they be recovered? They're in towards... Ah, Yami given a chance. But can't swivel on the dime. AWP on's a cool list. Shinobi is a rifle. Definitely pressure here on Mercury not to slip up.
Hang on a second. I mean, it's definitely doable in the 2 versus 3. Yes, numbers don't favor them. As long as they just play off the back of the trades, should be okay. Double door open. Now the attention focuses the way. Shinobi playing anti, avoiding both, but he will be spotted and he will be dropped very conclusively. Coolest all alone. We'll find one. That'll be all she wrote. Quick trades coming through. The Orcs scooped right back up, and they're on right back in favor of Rare Atom. They'll tie this game up 11 rounds apiece. It got a little bit nervy, got a little bit shaky. We'll admit that. But what matters most is Rare Atom see that one off.
Decent damage, which is the good news. And a bomb plant ensures a very nice buy. So Eruption is still in this. It's just the way we're painting this map is they need to just win every single 50-50 situation, and maybe every 40-60 to make a map like this possible for them. First timeout comes in for them as they have a discussion about where they want to lead this round. Difficult decision for them. They had a few rounds going down secret. They had the fast one a couple gun rounds ago, which really didn't work, and they seem not super comfortable clearing Mosaic as well, and he's aggressive towards blue, so maybe switch it up. In a hit could be on the cards.
True. Potentially, actually. We haven't really seen too much of that presence towards the top side. So it could actually be a good call to come through and just, I don't know, change it up a little bit. They're very, very, you know, their preference for Eruption is definitely towards that B site. They love it outside. Occasionally, of course, as we saw in that round prior, down towards ramp. But B site is where they want to set themselves up. It's just they can't hold it. They cannot keep hold of that B site, and the retakes are such a possibility time and time again for Rare Atom. Hence why they slowly but surely chipping away this deficit. And I've tied this game up with relatively. He's towards our side. Mosaic. Take a little bit of that control towards Red Crate. And actually, for the time being, a strong position. Off the back of the flash, nearly netting an opportunity. He'll just fall away.
Showing his presence. Making himself known. No frags found. Mosaic commits to playing in the garage on the right side of the big doorway. You can actually spam that and see the blood on the wall. So if Eruption did that, he'd be in a little bit of trouble, but hasn't happened just yet. As we are seeing some nades lined up on top of lobby, but as we can see with the way this bomb is heading, it's going to be more of a fake if they drop any nades towards A.
So quiet. 55 seconds on the clock to work with. And no real decision to be made as of just yet. Brakes pumped. Looking towards our side. One thing that does really worry you is kind of the util that Eruption have got left to work with. They're going dry towards our side. And Mosaic will at least make it expensive for one. Mercury retaking the space and finding an easy frag. The bomb drop, time's ticking. I don't think they can find success here. It will require magic. Something which they do not have. Shinobi, yes, good kill for him. But try as he might, I don't think he's going to be able to get down towards B. And he's all alone.
Every avenue getting closed off. Do you just save?
I think so, honestly.
He might die after time here. Jamyoung may choose to hunt this. He's in towards the cubby under the catwalk. But no decision to fight it in the end. Yeah, this is starting to fall apart for Eruption. It feels like we've already missed out on the best opportunity for them to get rounds. And now they're really struggling. They're really struggling to find any gap in this defense. They look properly hesitant in these last couple as well. I don't know. I think Mirage is coming.
I'm with you. I mean, of course, we sort of expected it in a way, but when we came into Wars Map Limit 2, we just saw how good actually Eruption were looking in the earlier part of the game. We were thinking, hang on a second, maybe the 2-0 is on the cards. Definitely in front of the window now. Dropping down in towards main. Easiest kill of Mosaic's life. Will be quickly traded by the one save AK of Shinobi. And he's looking for more as well. He will get a little tag on towards Kaze. Kind of just show his presence. But for now, Eruption locked out by util.
Rifle recovered. Advin's the only player on the site proper. Because Kaze is locking down from hell instead. God, they need to work together here. They're just playing for themselves. There were so many chances for them to find kills as these CDs are spread out, but nobody is on the same page at all. And Rare Atom is starting to capitalize. This round again is falling apart. I know it wasn't a full investment, but winning rounds like this is how you turn a game in this sort of fashion around, and it's not going to happen.
Easily done. Very, very easily done there. Only the one casualty is really not that bad at all. 13 to 11. Rare Atom right back in control. And they've been putting, you know, consistent, consecutive rounds on the board where, to be perfectly honest, Eruption, they just cannot seem to fathom any idea. In a similar fashion to what we were talking about over towards Anubis, the same has to be kind of flipped the other way, where we say for Eruption, have they just got nothing left in the tank? Are they running on fumes? The strat book seems kind of depleted now, where every single kind of execute they're trying, falling flat, no control. They're going to step up the pace. He's going to fly out towards single door. Is it going to make a difference? Who knows? They're flying through. The flash will catch Mercury, but he'll catch Dobu with ease.
Wow. So many jewels being taken. Bomb is in the back of hut. Big kill from Shinobi. So options are open now. There's so much time that Eruption categorically don't need to commit anywhere just yet. Oh, and the catch Advent pushing. Kaze's left alone. And he hits the deck as well. Okay, there is still life in the old dog yet. But we need to see a little bit more before we're going to be buying the 2-0 once again.
Yeah, still got a little bit of fight in them. Okay, alright. Potentially, maybe something left to give here. But of course, for Rare Atom, now they've just realized it. When Eruption step up the tempo, we don't really have too much of a control. They might just play a little bit more passive. And potentially could kind of bait Eruption into trying another one of those rounds. Try and go fast, see what they can do. All fours flat. Yuta will be dropped. Jam Young. He'll join up over towards outside. See if he can take a little bit of those early fights. A double stacking towards Garage, in fact. As Eruption will slow things down off the back of the smokes.
Double Garage is going to be so unexpected. And there's no util heading this direction. Oh, they're absolutely on the verge. Yam is looking this way for now. Given the posturing, surely Eruption want to split this A-bomb site. Jose's looking around for some reason. Needs to keep that crosshair trained. Someone's about to walk into the midst. Mosaic peeks. Nobody's looking. 2 kills. Shinobi finds 1, but he'll never expect Jam Young. Doesn't matter anyway as Mercury finds the frag. And all the stopping power from this hit is gone. All of it's gone. If they can get down the vent, maybe there's a chance of a plant, but it's looking so dire from here. Player behind CT vent as well. Mercury's super low. If they knew about him, maybe there was a chance. But it's not to be, and Mercury is back. He's a monster. 3 frags for him. And Wheeler Prime for Mirage.
I think so. I think we're spot on. Maybe Eruption is kind of a one flash in the pan sort of round, but generally speaking, this T side, less than adequate. And we're, of course, seeing it right here, right now. 2-round lead built up by Rare Atom, 2 rounds away from seeing us towards our 3rd and final. And the way they are playing right now, I can't see a world in which this falls by the wayside. It's been some stellar CT side work. A 2nd tac pause used in total in towards this map. Of course, from Eruption. But to be perfectly honest with you, Alan, I think it might be too little too late already for these tac pauses. It just doesn't look like they have any sort of control right there about how to find form. The buy, a little bit weird and wonderful as well, where the Mac 10 in the hands of Fury 5k, 3 AKs and an AWP. Sort of all over the place. But I can't imagine Fury getting all too much impact with that Mac 10. A bit of a pea shooter against full armor.
Mercury doesn't have head armor, so keep an eye on him.
True.
But yeah, apart from that, we wouldn't expect too much from the Mac Daddy. We get into this one. And Eruption, there's just so many holes in their offense, you can just feel it. Lack of utility, spacing isn't great. Double Garage setup there completely blindsided them as Rare Atom are starting to produce those aces up their sleeves. We need some magic. We need some magic to turn this back. Eruption have had so many times in this map where we thought they could really do it. And in the last 4, 5, maybe 6 rounds, wind has gone, then those sails are looking very deflated.
Of course, early engagements coming through, but nothing really sort of being given at the time right now for Eruption. You can sort of see and understand how nerves are playing a little bit of impact. And I kind of just feel, for me, that Eruption just don't have anything left to give here. Oh, you two will come through once again. Outside smokes have been a standard for Eruption. What do they do with it? That's not a bad start. Kaze or 4. You can see him stuck between 2 mines, and he will be caught out as he turns his head. Coolest will drop him. There's the opener. Not bad for Eruption. Potentially still a little bit of life in the eyes.
Jamyoung, the only player on this half of the map. He's tucked in behind the silo on the bomb site. As these players start to reroute towards the vent. Still 3 in defense on A. This could still work for Eruption. They've got so many numbers over. Mercury, awkward exchange. Mosaic chimes in. The double M's going to work. And surely that's over now. What a performance.
It's got to be done. It's got to be. Look at the buy. Look at the money towards Eruption. It's absolutely shattered. Same with their hopes of taking this map. They're going to go for another attack pause, but I don't think it's going to make a difference. It's going to be such a weird buy where, in the same fashion towards Coolest, if they're going to pick up AKs with half armor, they're going to really limit any utility coming towards it. Someone's going to have to drop in towards Galil's, or even Mac 10s if they want the full belt. Dobu will do exactly that. Fury will join him, in fact. So it's 1 AK. A double Galil setup, double Mac 10 in what potentially could be the final round of this map, and then pushes on towards Mirage and Eruption. So many opportunities, like we mentioned. So many instances where they should have been able to see this in their favor. And so many times they have fallen flat. We've really got to question what went wrong for Eruption on towards this map. Because, to be very honest, that 2-0 was looming.
Tenacity, though, from Rare Adam. They're not playing their best Counter-Strike today.
For sure.
They're finding a way to win these games. Even earlier, there was windows for Tyloo to claim a 2-0. But it wasn't to be, as Rare Adam are just undeniable. When push comes to shove, this can get so awkward. Bad timing on the molly. Fury's through. Yami actually finds the kill. Trades are there. 3 on 3 as Mercury goes down in the vent. Finally, an advantageous position that looks like it's going to be converted into a plant. Yami's getting ready to put that bomb down. Digits being punched in, and I think these two should already be thinking about a save because they need to consider future gun rounds. Yeah, I don't know why they're going for this. They might be getting themselves out of a buy down the line.
Yeah, it's a question of, is it worth it? No, not worth it at all.
Yeah, it's really dumb. I mean, look at the money now.
Yeah.
That's a full buy. That's a full buy if they save.
Yeah. I don't understand why they've gone for that. Pretty much everybody had money to work with apart from Kaze. They saved those 2 rifles. Yeah, we're fine. They're absolutely chilling, like you said. And now it's a weird one. I think they'll probably still buy in. Yeah, they will. Of course, they will. Question, does Jamyoung drop it to Kaze, or is he going to keep hold of it himself? He will keep hold of it. Kaze just going to opt for a pistol. So a deagle for him. They could have had a very conclusive full buy until round 29. Not to be. We might even get the full 30 here because Eruption, they have really caused a problem with those couple of exits they found.
Yami's so far advanced. I'm not sure anybody heard of it. Nobody close main. Mercury first called upon. First frag found. Dobu with the kill. Bomb is creeping its way towards Secret as there's so much going on here towards Outer. And he's found a gap. He's found a gap. He's found a gap. Yami's down. Nobody there to trade. Fury's in behind, but he can't get it. Kaze's ready. Maybe they can get this over the line despite the much weaker buy than their adversaries.
Nice shot, Jamyoung. With the AWP, gets a leg as well, Coolest. Panics off the back of it, Jamyoung. The impact man finding it with the big green, and surely enough to see it off. No problems asked. And it's got to be done. Got to be all she wrote here. It's Dobu left alive in a 1 versus 4 in towards top ramp. And I don't think he can do anything with this. He's going to drop down. He might try and take a fight to see this one off. I think he knows as well as we do. There is no chance. Jamyoung with 3 kills to his name on the way out. Really not bad at all. And to be 16-13 in favor of Rare Atom on their map pick, a lot closer than we probably would have expected, definitely on paper. But all that matters, they see it off, and now we head towards Mirage. The same way we did in the opening series, and we all know how that ended.
Yeah, I like how we built the storyline throughout that map of there's so many chances here for Eruption to win. I think, if I'm recalling correctly, I think in almost every single round in those last 5, they had a man advantage.